It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely.
Well, Tangi, sitting next to you is Melissa Marquet of Crime 411. Have you seen the show?
I have.
Right.
I'm a fan.
And I'll tell you what, all the links are right in the description of this live feed, and quite the audience you're getting there, Melissa Marquet.
Yeah, it grew pretty quick.
Right? Very quick.
Yeah.
I mean, the tens of thousands are just saying, hey, tell me the information. And this one story that I saw on your page, I'm confused by it.
So am I.
Okay? I'm confused by it because am I right in describing it there's this lady, a mom, okay, who gets custody of a kid because the biological kid's mom wasn't able to have the kid, right?
It's actually even worse than that because this girl that became the legal mother of this girl, Journey.
Okay, Journey.
Journey is the little girl's
She's the little
name.
girl.
Brianna is her mother.
Okay.
Okay. When Brianna was 18, she was involved in ministry work, and she took two young pregnant homeless girls in to live with her when she was only 18.
And this is in Texas.
Yep.
Okay, the Dallas area.
Somewhere, yeah.
Right.
I'm not sure. But she takes these two girls in that are pregnant and homeless. One of them says, I can't do this by myself. I don't want the baby in the foster care system. So she said, will you please adopt my baby because I want to know that she's in a good, loving home. And so here's 18-year-old Brianna who says yes. And she did. And 6 months later, she became the legal mother of this little girl, Journey.
Okay, so Brianna now has legal custody
Yep.
of Journey.
Yes.
All right, so good. Now life is all happening. How many years ago was this?
The baby is 3.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, boom. Now we got Brianna, Mama Brianna, and baby Journey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everything's going perfect.
Everything's going great. You can see clearly there's a lot of love between Brianna and Journey.
Right.
You know, and so a neighbor who was also a classmate of Brianna's, Cynthia Barboza, they were going to school at the same time for social work. She called in over 30 false child abuse allegations in a matter of 30 days using all these different aliases.
Okay. What's the friend's name?
It's not a friend.
Okay, the former classmate, Barboza.
Barbosa.
Okay, so Barbosa, okay, is now calling into the services saying what?
Oh, God.
What were some of the allegations?
The worst allegation that I heard she had said was that Brianna had her daughter in a 400-degree oven.
Okay. Just ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Horrible.
Now, people would show up after these reports, okay? And it has been proven those are false reports each time.
Yeah, so...
And from what I understand, too, the Barbosa was even impersonating other people to make it seem like it was separate.
Yeah, she was calling in under all these different aliases.
Okay.
And they didn't realize that at
You're
the
so
time.
fancy with those alias words.
Thank you,
Okay.
Joe.
Right.
It's in New York, you know.
Alias. Oh, okay. They
Yeah.
use alias in
Alias.
New York. Right.
But yeah, she was calling in with all these different names.
Right.
And they investigated. Obviously, they have
Yeah.
to. And the child went to different doctors and all this and that. And I've seen the paperwork from that doctor
And
saying
who's
there's
flipping
no
the bills?
abuse.
Mama Brianna's got to be flipping the bills for these doctor bills, or is it the state?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I would imagine it was the mom.
Right.
Right? But the doctor said clearly there's no evidence of abuse, no signs of abuse at all.
Uh-huh.
And so, of course, they did not take her away from her mother. And at this point, the girl, Barboza, was harassing Brianna so much that she went to UTA and she said, I need to move because I need to get away from this. This person is crazy.
UTA? What is that? What is UTA?
University of Texas, I guess.
Okay,
right?
okay, the college.
Yeah.
Right.
And so she said, I've got to get away from this person is crazy. Like,
Now, why do you think Barbosa's doing this?
jealousy, I think.
Why? Jealous of what?
Well, if you know about Brianna,
Uh-huh.
the more you know about her, you can see that she is, top of the class, right? She's been involved in social work and ministry from when she was very, very young, and people took her under their wing, and mentored her. And I think that there was a lot of jealousy and a lot of insecurity because, I hate to say it, but oftentimes women can be very catty.
Could you say that twice, please?
Women can be very catty.
You don't have to
Alright,
give
and
people a
it's recorded.
reason to be jealous, especially women. It just
Right.
comes out of
Comes
like
natural for 'em.
And even when you try to help them and coach them, they just
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Now,
That's true.
what does Barbosa do? Do you know what she does for?
She's in social work now,
Yes,
working for child services.
I saw that. I looked her up on LinkedIn.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
She still has a job?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Right. So why is not the state saying, hey, our employee has falsely claimed child abuse 24 times and still employed?
Great question. And that's one of the questions that everybody who is following this group has. They're all like, how is this person still employed with child services? Are you serious?
But check this out. After all of this, is the kid being taken away from Brianna? Is Journey being removed from Brianna?
So check out what happened. So Brianna and her daughter Journey, they moved, right? To get
Okay.
away from
Okay.
Barbosa because she's
Uh-huh.
crazy, obviously. They move, and so she continues to call in these false child abuse allegations, which is now under a different jurisdiction
Now they
because she moved.
okay.
So she should have stayed where she was at.
But she
right?
was right next door.
Like not stay where she was at, but like maybe stayed in the same, so people knew. Because now
You would
it's like
you would think that she shouldn't have to.
That's true.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
God.
Like, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So you've got all this documentation saying that there was no evidence of child abuse. You would think that even if she moved, that they would confer with where the allegations were from before to say, okay, we have all this documentation showing there's nothing happening here. But instead, the CPS worker that was assigned to the case.
Child Protective Services worker.
Yep.
Acronyms.
Yes,
Good.
acronyms, acronyms, aliases. But she just took her word for it and literally took the girl away, took her from her mother. And then the little girl wound up in the foster care system where she's now being sexually and physically abused.
Is there proof of that?
Yes.
How is it? How can that be?
It happens, I hate to say it, it
all
happens
the
a lot.
time.
Yeah, I hear you, but how can this not be just in the news somewhere where I got to go get information from this one girl's LinkedIn account?
Right? Well, they're actually trying to put a gag order on her now because
On who?
on the mom,
Brianna.
because they messed up and they know it and
Uh-huh.
they don't want it being talked about.
Well, how do we know that the kid's being abused in that foster care system?
There's documentation from the doctors.
Well, then that kid's got to get out of there.
They switched her 8 times to 8 different foster homes and didn't tell her mother about
to be
any of the
traumatic.
abuse. They hid it from her for a month.
Do you want to see the video of the kid being taken away right
Oh,
before?
this will break your heart.
Oh, check this out.
This will break your heart.
All right, hold on. Boom, boom, boom. I gotta stop doing that. Boom, boom, boom.
You do.
I do. Yeah, I do it in my brain and it comes out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's when I do steps. Okay. Boom, boom,
Called diarrhea
boom.
at the mouth.
You did it again.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. So here's the video, and here is. Yeah, I think it sounds better. So that's Brianna.
It's all better.
Now this is where Brianna's about to hand over the child to child services.
Correct.
Okay.
Who loves you? Who loves you? And who else? Who is that? Yes, we all love you, right? Okay, baby.
I couldn't do it. I'd have to kidnap my
Yeah,
dog.
right. I can do it.
I could not.
And this
Absolutely.
child has
Absolutely
no
not.
idea that.
She's about to be up.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Oh, they're gonna wipe more tears. I'm still crying.
You can see how
Okay.
hard her mother is
All right.
trying to like stay strong for her daughter in the situation by
gonna be strong,
saying
right?
upbeat. It's terrible.
Absolutely
Strong?
could not do it.
What's your slogan? What's your theme? It's not about the what? Yes, ma'am. And I love you, baby. This is only temporary, okay?
She's the best mom.
All right. I gotta stop it. I
It's
gotta stop it.
heartbreaking.
Yes, it is.
And I would have whooped that.
Oh, baby.
Oh, God, I don't know how. Yeah, you've got to give her credit for not being in jail for beating that lady up.
No, I'm going to jail. I'm okay with that.
It's gonna
yeah,
be a pretty
but-
mugshot picture.
You
What's
say
the
that now,
latest?
but if you're in jail, you can't fight for your
Well,
daughter
she
to come
can't
back.
really fight right now. Look what's going on.
What's the
I have to
latest?
get that one.
Well, the latest right now is that Brianna, has secured one of the best attorneys, from what I understand, in Texas for
Good.
this.
Good.
I believe, don't quote me on this, that they have a court hearing in October, and Child Protective Services is trying to force them to put the little girl up for adoption.
In the foster
they
care
can't do
system,
that.
up for adoption,
Well-
where the legal.
Well, I don't know what
is the
Texas
biological mother around anywhere? Because I understand if the biological mother, right? It's like I'm just going by the Tennessee state laws.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You know what I mean? I don't know exactly how it's ran in Texas, but the biological mother, like, boom, she'll get final say.
Yeah, she could come back and get the.
Is she
Tennessee.
around?
In Tennessee, I don't know about in Texas.
Right, I don't know either.
So she could, you know,
Yeah.
if she said, "I want my child back."
Even if the child was legally adopted.
No,
I don't know.
She said before the child gets adopted, like if she's around, I get.
Well, it
But,
sounds
but
like
Brianna, already legally adopted.
But it sounds like Brianna no longer has legal custody over the child.
She has supervised visitation.
That's so weird.
That's
But
crazy.
being that Brianna legally adopted Journey,
Yeah.
her
she's
child
already
now.
been adopted. So I don't think
Yeah.
that the
She
biological
can't.
mother
She
can
can't
really
come
do
back. She
anything
can't. She
because that's
can't.
not her mother anymore.
That's
That's
right.
Brianna's her mom.
Right, that's true.
All right. Well,
This is sad.
we're gonna have to bring you back with an update. Today's an update show.
Yep,
Right.
yep, it is.
Okay. And man, I hope they do get the best lawyers to find out what the hell is really going on in this case here.
Brianna has not lost her rights. Braylon Harris, she is one of the people who's advocating for her, and she's watching the stream right now, and she just said she has not lost her rights. Brianna still has her rights, and CPS is trying to terminate them.
Okay.
So
She sounds smart. Is she single?
I don't know. Braylon, are you single?
I'm kidding. We just.
Hey, if you ask, I'm gonna ask.
Joe.
He can move his man boobs.
They're called pectorals at this point.
That whatever they are. Yeah.
All right. But check out the Crime 411. The great show. I mean, the YouTube, the Facebook, the whole bits. All right. Crime 411 with Melissa Marquez. I like when you come in here and fill us in.
Thank you. And we're going to do an update also on Crime 411 on Sunday. We're going to do an interview with somebody very close to the mom who's going to give us more info. So
Good.
Anybody who wants to tune in
Good
can do
deal.
that.
And if good lawyers, I recommend lawyerwayne.com. Okay. And My Cousin Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny was the best movie ever.
Ever. Tangi, what? You didn't like My Cousin Vinny?
No.
You're jealous of.
You didn't like that?
Of Marissa Tomei, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you are.
You pegged me. You got me pegged. You caught it.
You shouldn't say that. All right.
It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.